As Senator Ted Cruz noted, COVID stimulus checks will be going to illegal aliens. Tucker Carlson is under attack from woke media leaders. Plus, Joe Biden's southern border coordinator says the crisis at the border is because of hope. All that and more. I'm Bobby Eberle. This is the 13-Minute News Hour.
And God bless the United States of America.
All right, friends, welcome to the show. Happy Friday. I hope you had a great week. If you're new to the show, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to jump right in because we got a lot to cover. Probably have some bonus coverage today. We're going to start with the coronavirus relief bill. $1.9 trillion of massive, wasteful spending that we do not need. You just need to look at last month's jobs report. It exceeded expectations. Why? Because states are starting to open up. The best stimulus is to just get the economy open, end the lockdowns, get people back to work. Instead, $1.9 trillion of money we don't have. Just an example, $350 billion going to bail out these Democrat states that are poorly run and just want to keep the people locked down because of power and control. That's what's going on. And then the $1,400 stimulus checks, millions of those checks will be going to illegal aliens. Here's a clip of Senator Ted Cruz talking about this and trying to stop it on the floor of the Senate.
This amendment before us today provides that the stimulus check should not go to illegal aliens in this country. The question for the American people to answer is, should taxpayer money be sent $1,400 to every illegal alien in America? This amendment provides that it should not, that stimulus checks should only go to American citizens or to people lawfully present.
Okay, so what's going on here? Stimulus checks for illegal aliens? Our taxpayer money going to people who should not even be in the country. But as Ted Cruz was saying this, Dick Durbin, Democrat from Illinois, he jumped in and basically called Ted Cruz a liar.
The statement of the senator from Texas is just plain false. False. Let me be clear. Undocumented immigrants do not have Social Security numbers, and they do not qualify for stimulus relief checks, period. And just in case you didn't notice, they didn't qualify in December when 92 of us voted for that measure, and they don't qualify under the American Rescue Plan.
What's interesting there is Dick Durbin says that these illegal aliens, these undocumented immigrants, don't have Social Security numbers, so there's no problem there. Whatever. I mean, that doesn't stop them from getting issued ID cards and driver's license in some of these states. It just opens things up for problems, and this is in fact what is going on. Newsweek Magazine jumped in and sided with Dick Durbin. They said that Cruz's claims were mostly false, but then, after review, they had to issue a correction because guess what? Ted Cruz was actually right. And here's the story. Republican Texas Senator Ted Cruz called out Democrat Illinois Senator Dick Durbin after Newsweek was forced to correct a fact check about illegal immigrants receiving stimulus checks. Newsweek's fact checks dove into Cruz's claims that millions of illegal immigrants would receive stimulus payments. Newsweek first dubbed the claim mostly false before having to issue a correction. As a result of the correction, Cruz called out Durbin, tweeting that facts are stubborn things. Durbin previously accused Cruz of being untruthful during a vote-a-rama on the Senate floor Saturday. So that's right. Cruz went on Twitter, called out Durbin, and also called out these other organizations that jumped on the fact-checking bandwagon. And here's Cruz. Facts are stubborn things, Dick Durbin. Newsweek confirms that millions of illegal aliens will receive $1,400 stimulus checks. Newsweek reverses its earlier mostly false ruling, changes it to true. Dick, that means what you said on the floor was false. So, Cruz also took aim at the publication Daily Beast and challenged Dick Durbin to take back his accusations. Here's more. Now that Newsweek has confirmed that it's true that millions of illegal aliens will receive $1,400 stimulus checks, will Daily Beast retract its story wrongly saying my claim was false? No. Will Dick Durbin apologize for wrongly calling me a liar on the Senate floor? No. No, these people aren't going to apologize. That's not their style. They just want to attack and hope the attacks settle into the minds of the American people. That's all they care about. They don't care about the truth. They care about their agenda and their narrative. And Senator Ted Cruz was right, folks. Millions of $1,400 stimulus checks will be going to people who should not even be in the country. That's our government at work. All right, so next let's talk about Tucker Carlson. But first, if you're new to the show or haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And when you do, please hit that bell so you'll be notified. We're making our push for 150,000 subscribers, and we can do it with your help. All right, let's talk about Tucker Carlson, because he is under attack in a kind of unprecedented way. Military leaders in this country are speaking out from their official social media accounts, blasting Tucker Carlson. And why? Because Tucker Carlson went on a rant about the military and its woke nature, this embrace of wokeness, pushing feminization, and Tucker Carlson's calling that out and calling out their dedication, their focus on this diversity, feminization, rather than military capability. And here's the story. Mr. Carlson said Chinese military officials are pushing for their armed forces to toughen up, while the Pentagon is more focused on programs aimed at increasing diversity and inclusion in the military, such as updating hair regulations and testing flight suits for pregnant women. While China's military becomes more masculine as it assembles the world's largest navy, our military needs to become, as Joe Biden says, more feminine. Whatever feminine means anymore, since men and women no longer exist, Mr. Carlson said. The bottom line is, it's out of control, and the Pentagon is going along with this. So, those are Tucker Carlson's comments, some of them. Nothing new, nothing outrageous, but what is new is the pushback from military leaders going after Carlson from their official accounts. And here's more. The diversity of our military is one of our greatest strengths. I've seen it for myself in long months at sea and in the combat waged by our troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, said Pentagon spokesman John Kirby, a retired Navy admiral and military spouse himself. He said Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin shares the revulsion of many others over Mr. Carlson's comments. What we absolutely won't do is take personal advice from a talk show host or the Chinese military. So that's the Pentagon spokesman, but he wasn't alone. Others spoke out as well. And that's the thing. This is not something that you normally see. And it really seems to indicate a coordinated effort at the Pentagon to blast Tucker Carlson. And here's more. On his official Twitter account, General Paul E. Funk, the commander of the Army's Training and Doctrine Command, said thousands of women serve honorably every day around the globe. They are beacons of freedom, and they prove Carlson wrong through determination and dedication. We are fortunate they serve with us, General Funk wrote. Sergeant Major of the Army Michael Grinston, the service's most senior enlisted soldier, wrote on his own official Twitter account, Mr. Carlson's comments are divisive and don't reflect our values. And Major General Patrick Donahoe, commander of Fort Benning, Georgia, tweeted a video that showed him conducting a re-enlistment ceremony for a female soldier. So, what do you think? What do you think about this? They push diversity, and here's the thing. They push diversity as this be-all, end-all, but where's the proof? Where's the data? That's all I ask. Okay, what they are saying is the diversity is our biggest strength, one of our biggest strengths. That's what the Pentagon spokesman said. Okay, I'm just asking, where's the proof? Where is the proof that a male-female military is somehow better, stronger than an all-male military? Where's the proof? Where's the proof that diversity makes a difference in readiness, in fighting capability? Show me that, and maybe I'll jump on board. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, next, let's talk about what's going on at our southern border, because it is getting worse and worse and worse. And the problem is Joe Biden won't even acknowledge it. They're actually inviting it, but they won't acknowledge the crisis. The Secretary of Homeland Security won't even use the word crisis, saying it's more of a challenge. The other day, Joe Biden's director or coordinator at the southern border had this to say about what's going on.
We've seen surges before. Surges tend to respond to hope. And there was a significant hope for a more humane policy after 4 years of, pent-up demand. So I don't know whether I would call that a coincidence, but I certainly think that the idea that a more humane policy would be in place may have driven people to make that decision.
Unreal. They're responding to hope? No, They're responding to an open borders policy that they know exists under Joe Biden. Come on over. You won't be arrested. Come on over. You won't be deported. You've got COVID. We'll let you in anyway. That's what's going on. And here are the results.
More than 100,000 migrants were encountered at the border in February. That's a 97% jump from the same month of last year. Nearly 30,000 unaccompanied children were encountered. Some 3,000 of them 12 years old or younger.
So, is that a challenge or is that a crisis? That's the stats of the people coming over. Now, here's what's going on once they get here.
President Biden tightened the rules on how ICE agents can operate. There were more than 2,300 arrests in February. That's down 66% from the average number over October, November, and December, and only about half the number of deportations in February compared to the month before.
So that's what's going on at the southern border. You've got these facilities, these kids in cages. Remember President Trump getting hammered by the Democrats in the media for kids in cages? Now they're opening up again. And guess what? They are getting maxed out. They are getting filled up. They have to open more of them. That is what is going on. And Congress needs to open an investigation right now because we have a president that will not keep our southern border secure. He will not protect our border, and thus he is not protecting American citizens. He is not defending us, which is what he swears to do in the Constitution. That is what is going on. We need to investigate it, and we need to stop this right now. So we've got the kids in cages. We've got Tucker Carlson being attacked by the woke mob. We've got all sorts of things that the Democrats are doing. Stimulus checks for illegal aliens. We need to ask these leftists, do you have a relaxed brain?
I got what you call a relaxed brain.
All right, we got to have relaxed brain. We got to start with the king of relaxed brain, and that's Joe Biden. As you know, he gave his first public address last night, and I'm not going to get into all the details. One point I do want to make is that the Democrats and media, ever since he was declared the winner, push this unity. We need to come together. But all they mean is sit down and shut up. They don't care about unity because they continue to attack. Joe Biden is supposed to be the unifier in chief, but he never passes up an opportunity to attack the president, to attack conservatives, to attack Republicans. This is how he started out last night.
A year ago, we were hit with a virus that was met with silence and spread unchecked. Denials for days, weeks, then months. That led to more deaths, more infections, more stress, and more loneliness.
Can you believe this? President Trump acted immediately and imposed travel bans that the left, the media, and the Democrats attacked him for. Oh, he's being xenophobic. He's being racist. Remember Nancy Pelosi going out in San Francisco to Chinatown saying everything's great. Come on out. This is while they're attacking President Trump for acting immediately. And now Joe Biden starts off his speech on the attack again. So much for unifier in chief. Now let's talk about the cancel culture because it struck again. This time a band member of Mumford & Son is taking a step back to examine his insensitive comments. What did he do? He went on Twitter and said positive things about Andy Ngo's book titled Unmasked, which dives into Antifa, their violence, and their radical agenda. And here's the story. In a now deleted tweet that sparked outrage, Winston Marshall congratulated Ngo for writing Unmasked inside Antifa's radical plan to destroy democracy. Marshall, who had less than 8,000 followers as of Wednesday morning, called the book important and praised the conservative author. Finally had the time to read your important book. You're a brave man, Marshall wrote in a now deleted tweet. It appears he has deleted all his previous tweets too, as only the apology remains on his timeline. Yeah, that's right, apology. He tweeted out these positive words about this important book. It is an important book dealing with Antifa, their violence, their radical agenda. He got attacked by the left, and so what did he do? He apologized for it. Here's more. Over the past few days, I have come to better understand the pain caused by the book I endorse. I have offended not only a lot of people I don't know, but also those closest to me, including my bandmates, and for that, I'm truly sorry. As a result of my actions, I'm taking time away from the band to examine my blind spots. For now, please know that I realize how my endorsements have the potential to be viewed as approvals of hatred, divisive behavior. I apologize, as that was not at all my intention. Wow, what can you say? This guy praises a book that goes after Antifa, their hatred, their violence, their radical agenda, and he's called out by the left. It's like now the only thing you can do to get approval from the left is to praise Antifa. It makes no sense. He should not have caved in at all. It just gives the cancel culture more power. So now let's end with some in-depth reporting from the Babylon Bee. They have figured out why Jen Psaki won't acknowledge the crisis on the border. And here you go. There is no crisis at the border, says Jen Psaki while attempting Jedi mind trick. There you go. And then remember when I reported this left-wing study that says even a 3-month-old baby can be racist? This is what the left-wingers do with our tax dollars in these left-wing studies. Well, the Babylon Bee has some helpful information for us. Check it out. Here are the 7 telltale signs your newborn baby is a racist. Oh my gosh, that's just a crack up, folks. But that's what's going on in today's society. And finally this, folks, big news. I am so excited about this because this is a credit to all of you. And that is the 13-minute news hour will be joining the Right Side Broadcasting family. Right Side Broadcasting Network is a powerhouse in video content and streaming. You've seen them. If you watched a speech, a rally from President Trump, you are probably watching it on Right Side Broadcasting. If you saw a presentation from CPAC, you are probably watching it on Right Side. They've got 1.5 million followers on YouTube, 1.2 on Facebook, and the 13-minute news hour will be on those platforms. Going strong, still here, but also with Right Side, reaching a whole new audience, and that's because of you, your response in helping grow this channel. I'm so excited. I just want to say a big thank you, and we're looking forward to joining the Right Side Broadcasting family and bringing 13-minute news hour to even more people. So tune in for our next regular show, which is Monday, 11:45 a.m. Central. And until then, please subscribe. And when you do, please hit that bell so you'll be notified. And we'll see you next time. I'm Bobby Eberle. This is the 13-minute news hour. Okay, friends, thanks so much for watching. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you'll be notified. And here's a special video just for you so you can watch even more of the 13-minute news hour. And don't forget to check out GOPUSA.com for the best in conservative news and commentary. We'll see you next time.